Well, hi there. My camera man left me. He abandoned me. So I have to be creative to see how I can put the hat on, let you see me, and then give my lesson. So here I am with a mirror. So I'm taping at the same time that I'm writing and giving you the lesson. So see my nice purple hat? I feel like Willy Wonka from the chocolate factory. That's fun, huh? Okay, so here we go. All right. Perfect trinomial squares, factoring. Well, first, let's go back and review. Remember when we had these problems and I told you one way of doing it is to write it twice because squared means the same thing times itself, and then FOIL. First, outer, inner, and last. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we combine like terms. 3x plus 3x, 6x plus 9. And we were fine. But I told you also you could do a shortcut. Remember the shortcut? It said square the first term, x squared. Then multiply 3 times x times 2, because you're always going to have the same thing twice here. So that would give me 6x. And then square the last term. 3 times 3 is 9. This last term is always positive, because if I had a negative here, then it would be negative times negative, positive 9. So now this becomes my problem, and I have to factor it. Okay, so let's focus here. Oh, let me cover this up. And I like to check first. Do I have a greatest common factor? No, I don't. Is it a difference of two squares? No. So these are what we call perfect trinomial squares. Is this a perfect square? Yes. Is this a perfect square? Remember, it has to be positive. Yes, it's 3. And then we check it out to see if it works for the middle term. 3 times x, 3x times 2, because we're going to have the same thing twice. That gives me 6x. So this is indeed a perfect trinomial squared. And it's in factored form now. Let's do this one. Do we have a greatest common factor? No. Is it a difference of two squares? No. So let's check to see if it's a perfect trinomial. Is this a perfect square? Yes. Is positive 25 a perfect square? Yes. Let's check the middle term. 5 times x times 2 is 10x. Yes. But to make this a negative, we're going to copy this sign right here. Negative. That way, when we multiply it out, we would have negative 5x. And negative 5x, negative 10x. Okay, let's do this one here. Do we have a greatest common factor? No. Is it a difference of 2? No. Is it a perfect trinomial? It looks like one. Is this a perfect square? Yes, 3x. Is positive 16 a perfect square? Yes, 4. Let's check to see if it works for the middle term. 4 times 3x is 12. Times 2 is 24. So it is a perfect trinomial squared. And we copy this sign right here, positive. Okay, let's try this one. Greatest common factor? No. Is it a difference of two squares? No. Is it a perfect trinomial? Well, let's check. Is this a perfect square? Yes, 3x. Is negative 16 a perfect square? No. So this is prime. And let me show you why. A lot of you are thinking, no, miss, just put a minus. 3x minus 4 squared. Right? And you would think that's the answer? Well, let me prove you wrong. That would be 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4. And let's just check the last term. Negative times negative would have to give you a positive 16, not a negative 16. And that's why it doesn't work. And it is prime. Okay? Let's check this one out. Greatest common factor? No. Is it a difference of two squares? No. Is it a perfect trinomial? Let's check it. The square root of that one is y. The square root of that is 4. 4 times y times 2 is 8. Yes. So we put this sign here, and it's a perfect trinomial squared. If you don't put this little squared, it's wrong. Now let's check that one out. Is this a perfect square? Yes. Is this a perfect square? Yes. Is 4 times y times 2 8? Yes, but to make it a negative, all we have to do is put a negative right here. Okay? What about this one? Is this a perfect square? Yes. Is negative 16? No. So this is prime. And the last one. Is this a perfect square? Yes. 2x. Is 9 a perfect square? Yes. 3. Let's multiply. 3 times 2x is 6x times 2, because we have the same thing twice, is 12. So this is indeed a perfect trinomial squared. Now let me change this. Let me do something different. Plus 6x plus 9. Would that be a perfect trinomial squared? Well, let's check it out. The square root of this one, 2x. The square root of 9, 3. Now for the middle term, 3 times 2x is 6x times 2 doesn't give me 6x. So this would be prime. Alrighty, until next time.